All right, how's it going, guys? Winter Kills here, and it's a little bit late, but here with the first place Frostbite circuit deck profile here with Mr. Mate, who ended up going undefeated with Infernobles. And yes, the ban list just came out today, but be interesting to get his take on the deck overall and perhaps any ideas he might have currently going forward. So you did go undefeated, which is pretty impressive. I think I think you were the first person to go completely 8-0 in this tournament series, which is very impressive. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So just looking through your list here, we have the one driver, 3 Gearfried, 1 Ogier, 3 Oliver, 3 Connector, 1 Dolphin, 3 Gamma, 1 O-Lion, 3 Renault, 1 Astolfo, 1 Jet Synchron, 3 Fire Flint, 3 Tactics, 1 Rhoda, 3 Heritage, 1 Reasoning, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Forbidden Droplet, 1 E-Telly, 1 Phoenix Blade, 1 Living Fossil, 3 Durendal, of course, 1 Smoke Grenade, 1 Action Unit, and 1 Midbreaker Field for the main deck. I have a few specific questions. First was, I mean, everything else looking pretty standard as far as ratios are concerned, but how did you like a card like Reasoning in the main?
It was a wild card.
Yeah.
It was a wild card. It won me some games, but in the recent builds I have dropped it.
So a
But
potential free gear freed. Okay.
you don't get.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I see you were also playing the Frame package with the E-Telly. How was that?
Oh, that was absolutely necessary.
Okay.
Gamma is just too good.
Mm-hmm.
Intel is just a tuner extender. I
Gotcha.
was going to hand it.
Gotcha. Anything else specifically about the main deck that you wanted to talk about, or?
Yeah, I played closer to 40 cards rather than the 60 card build because I wanted more power in a shorter tournament rather than consistency.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be lucky.
Yeah. And I would assume that the triple tactics and the triple droplets were good as well, or?
Uh, Triple tactics were good, but droplet. I made this list when droplets like first released, and they were pretty hype. So
Mm-hmm.
droplets aren't that good.
Okay.
I weren't that good. Like decks just could have played around it
Mm-hmm.
with the wealth lock uh, and Infernoble by ripping it out. But uh,
Got.
in main deck, it was actually pretty good because a lot of people side the wealth lock now.
Mm-hmm.
So it did just be a surprise.
Okay. So going forward, you probably wouldn't main deck droplet then.
Yeah, just infinite impermanence for more
Gotcha.
hand trip.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And the connector package, I was assume was good as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Neospace connector. Yeah, yeah.
Connector. Yeah, connector is very viral.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even thinking about playing Sublimation. Like that card is just not
Yeah.
comparable to Neospace Connector.
Absolutely. I know some builds do run like multiple copies of Ogier for the Laudzilin play. Would you ever consider going up to triple Ogier? Because I know in my build I've done that, but is that something you would consider?
Olukir is only good if you draw another Infernoble Knight.
Gotcha.
So I was like, if I need it, I'm gonna search it. If I don't, I'm not gonna draw it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Okay. And I think that's really about it for the main deck. And then we'll go to the extra deck here. We have one Boral Savage, one Coral Dragon, two Herald, one Roland, one Charles, one Marcher, one Omega, one Trishula, two copies of Halka Fibrax, one Link Cross, two Isolde, and one Auroradon. Um, was there anything in the extra deck specifically that you liked really well, or something that you think was maybe a mistake looking back, or?
Uh, I think maybe like Coral Dragon didn't come up that often.
Mm-hmm.
Double Herald, thank God I remembered to put the second one it was last minute. I forgot. Did I make combos with double?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into Tsuchinoko. I don't like that play. We're going into Savage.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just that. Why would we not play around Olga?
And the Trish specifically, I'll ask because I see a lot of builds will swear by it. Then I see some builds don't touch the card at all. So how did you like Trishula in the extra deck?
Threshold, it's like I feel like it's necessary to play into Adamasque that's going second.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely now, you know,
Yeah.
after the ban list, no one is gonna play it because Adamasque is dead. But yeah, it was necessary back then.
Okay. And then, of course, the Halka Fibrax, obviously, all that stuff self-explanatory. Of course, the double is sold. Standard as well with the Auroradon. And then moving into the side deck, we have one Pank, 3 copies of Dark Lure No More, 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Appointer of the Red Lotus, 3 Evenly Match, 1 copy of Imperial Order, and 1 copy of Red Reboot. So, I guess first things first, I'll ask was, how was the Imperial Order? I see there's 21 spell cards within the main deck. Did you ever side that card? And if you did it ever conflict? How was it?
So about Imperial Art, I I miscounted.
Mm.
I thought when I'm going first, I'm siding out 4 cards, that being Gamma and Driver.
Yeah.
But I forgot that I have emergency teleport.
Okay.
So I actually side out 2 Gammas, 1 Driver, so emergency teleport is live, and keep Imperial Order in the side deck.
Okay.
So I never sided.
Okay, interesting. I just wanted to see if there was any sort of spice behind that, if anything, but okay. That makes sense. So a pointer, the Red Lotus, that card seems very, very popular. How did you like that card?
Well, it was pretty good.
Mm.
Uh, It's a pointer. Like, if you go first, it's just insane.
You would much more prefer it than that of Solemn Judgment, I assume?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now I guess with the elephant in the room, we'll address that the ban list. Um, I know people are always quick to jump to conclusions after lists. I know we lost Jet Synchron, we lost Aurora, O-Line, but of course, we still have very easy access to Helka Fibrax with this deck that was sold. Getting whether it be TG Striker or Six Samurai Genba, we still can go to Halka Fibrax. We still have Violon Sphere as a machine tuner, I believe, to summon. I think for me and maybe for you, the only question then comes from what, if anything, are we going to be summoning off of Rorodon? We have a level 1 Mecha Phantom Beast tuner, and we have a level 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tuner. So I know it's early. I know the ban list just came out, but do you have any ideas in your head as to where you might take this deck from here on out, or are you going to put it aside for the time being to play something else?
I, I'm probably gonna put it aside, but I do have some ideas. I went through them. The deck is really just fuck the ban list was strong.
Yeah.
Uh, the combo lines are gonna, if they work, are gonna be.
Hmm.
We need to summon Violence Sphere with Hulk.
Hmm.
That's just the only answer. But if we're going into Aurora, then it's big question.
Hmm.
Like I can see us just if if we sacrifice summoning a negation before Hulk, we can just end on Charles Dragoon. Easy. Same
Okay.
number of garnets.
Gotcha.
But that's really not as strong as we had, and we need to compete with Dragon Link.
Hmm. Absolutely.
And the second problem with summoning the level 3 tuner, Mecha Phantom Beast tuner,
Yeah.
from Aradon, it needs to summon a machine synchro.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if there was a level 6 machine synchro tuner,
Hmm.
that would work. We would
Yeah.
just go into that, then Charles,
Hmm.
and we would have Carol Charles like before. But that's sad. That's so sad it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I really want it to work, but no.
Hmm. Okay. Well, definitely gonna have to experiment. I think all the Infernoble players will have to for a little while, anyways, because I've experimented with builds of this deck that don't run Lane Cross, Hauka Fibrax, or Rorodon at all, and the deck is still able to put up a decent board with Appaloosa, Abyss Dweller, IP Masquerena, all of these things, and Charles as well. But I'm sort of where I'm at personally. It's like, is it to the point where I want to just drop those really powerful Link monsters and play that build, or is there a workaround somewhere in between? You know what I mean? And I'm sure you're probably in that same area maybe as well. But again,
I also have one more idea.
Yes.
The PK cards are coming out soon.
Okay.
I have made a build where Infernobles are practically just an engine.
Mm-hmm.
Where you play Oliver and do Randall and Charles, as Oliver lets you summon Hulk
Mm-hmm.
in this build. But you practically are just going into PK plays, summoning the new PK level 3.
Okay.
It's a very different combo. It doesn't put it on infinite impermanence as well at all.
Mm-hmm.
But you can summon Appaloosa before Hulk, so it's a very viable build now.
Interesting. Okay. So perhaps looking through some of the PK support. Okay. Interesting. So, as I'm sure most of you guys are watching, there are some ideas in the tank. There are some things to look forward to, at least for this deck for the time being. It's just going to take a lot of testing, of course, as per usual. I know I'll be taking this deck to locals on this Saturday tomorrow, and I'll be playing it one last time with the O-Lions, etc., etc. So one last hurrah. But I do want to congratulate you again on your first place, 8-0, only dropping one single game, and that was in the finals. Yes. Any particular matchups that you might remember? I know it's been a little while, but any particular matchups that were memorable to you from the tournament?
I think it was a Dino player that I felt like a game was so hard. I felt like I lost and I thought I went 2-1.
Uh-huh.
It was incredibly hard.
Yeah,
Dino is just a hard deck.
It really is. And actually, speaking of Dino, I'm surprised that it didn't get touched in any way, shape, or form on this most recent Forbidden list. That kind of upsets me a little bit now that I think about it. I don't know about you, but
It doesn't really. Dino is always a fair deck. It has its problems. Just miscellaneous swords is kind of unfair sometimes, but
yeah,
I really don't feel like they deserve a hit.
okay.
Link though, Dragon Link.
Yeah.
I think the only reason Infernoble isn't going to really be good is because Dragon Link. They just can't compete with that deck.
Yeah, it just seems like they just keep giving that deck more and more cards to work with, whether it be the Dragoonity support or all this chaos support, whatever it may be. They just keep shoving more fuel into the fire, essentially.
But I've seen Dragoonity decks that are just pure Dragoonities, and that might become a viable option soon.
Mm-hmm.
So this meta, I'm guessing it's going to be Dino, Dragon Link, Dragoonity Synchro, and some Eldritch variants. That are going to be the top decks.
Okay. I can agree with that as well, yeah. 100%. But yeah, thank you for the profile, and also thank you for the insight looking forward on the format and on the deck in general. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and as always, WinnerKill sign out. We'll see you guys in the next one. And last but not least, a special shout out goes to my Divine Level channel members here on YouTube, Academic Thick, Travis Harris, Zors, and Cadillacs84. Thank you guys so much for your generous support.